In our first chapter, we will cover descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics are things we calculate to help us describe a set of data. We might have data on students enrolled at our college, or customers who use our product, or potential voters in an election. But if I just showed that raw data, it would be hard to learn anything from it without first summarizing it with some descriptive statistics. There are two main categories of descriptive statistics: measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion. Measures of central tendency are used to describe the typical value in a data set. The three most common measures of central tendency are the mean, median, and mode. The mean is the average of the values in a data set. The median is the middle value in a data set when the values are arranged in order from least to greatest. The mode is the most common value in a data set. Getting a grasp on what the typical value is in a data set is the first step to understanding what the data says about any particular issue. However, it can be misused when it's presented as a complete picture. Total annual income in the United States is over $70,000 per person on average. But this is far from the typical case, where median individual income is closer to $30,000. This is why we need to get a sense of how the data might be distributed around the mean or median. This is where measures of dispersion come in, which try to describe the distance between different data points. The range of a data set tells us the distance between the smallest and largest values. But the more common measures of dispersion are the variance and standard deviation. Here's a riddle. Suppose there are two basketball teams who were, on average, equally matched, except that one team tended to be more consistent with their scoring from game to game, while the other team had bigger swings in their score. Again, their average is the same. What's different about them is their variance and standard deviation. If these teams play each other, which one is more likely to win? The consistent team or the team with big swings? It's the team with big swings. I'm hoping that this is counterintuitive to you and that you will spend lots of time thinking about why it is so, because that will illuminate measures of dispersion more than any words I could conjure. The difficulty with variance and standard deviation is that they're at their most informative only for data which is distributed in a normal way. Data which are skewed or are clustered around multiple values are not well described by just a mean and standard deviation. Sometimes the only way to get a full grasp on what's going on in the data is to visualize the whole distribution, or to describe it with some additional statistics which are individually like measures of central tendency, but collectively like measures of dispersion. There are statistics like quartiles, percentiles, or a collection of statistics we call the 5-number summary. Below, you will find videos which walk through all of these concepts. The videos will not only cover how to do the calculations, but also how to interpret them. It's a lot of material here at the start, but it will help you build a solid foundation with which to proceed. As always, do not hesitate to reach out to me with questions big or small.